Good morning, upstate New York, and welcome back to the Schuyler Sisters podcast. I'm your host, Elizabeth Schuyler, and joining me today are my fellow co hosts, my sisters, Angelica and Peggy. Today, we have a very special guest. Drum roll, please. Alexander Hamilton.
It's such an honor to have you with us, Mr. Hamilton.
Yes, thank you for coming.
Good morning, ladies. It is truly an honor to be your obedient interviewee.
Well, Mr. Hamilton. Today, we're going to ask you a few questions about yourself and the documents you have written.
Sounds splendid.
To start off the interview, how do you see yourself as a person?
Well, I'm Alexander Hamilton, as you already know, but I see myself as this brave, talentful, and outspoken man that wrote many papers. And of course, one of the founding fathers of the United States of America and the Secretary of Treasury.
Very good response, Mr. Hamilton. Now, may I ask what motivated you to achieve your goals?
Well, Peggy, many things have motivated me to achieve my goals, like my family and fellow political mates, but also my ambition, giving my best shot on everything and not giving up.
Wow, very well said response. Self ambition and companionship do make a difference. Now, what are some contributions you were able to leave behind in America?
The contributions I have left behind were the Federalist Papers, leading to the ratification of the Constitution, strengthening the banking system, and inspiring the American political party. Just to name a few, of course.
Excellent contributions, Mr. Hamilton. Furthermore, in your documents, how would you describe your writing style?
Well, my writing style is more prolific. I write like if I were running out of time, a convicted, honest, and strong way of expressing myself in writing. I always thought about what my legacy would be, which really influenced me in many aspects of my writing and my life.
Indeed. It was very noticeable in the Federalist Papers. What were some of the struggles that you encountered as a politician?
Very nice question, Peggy. Some struggles I encountered were the conflict I had with Aaron Burr, one of my fellow companions, since we had distinct ways of expressing our ideas. The Reynolds pamphlet, which really deeply hurt my wife, and being taken out of my position as the Secretary of Treasury.
Definitely many struggles that really impacted many people. But let us change this sad topic. How would you spend your last day on Earth?
Well, definitely not in the middle of a duel.
Haha.
I will spend my last day surrounded by my loving family.
Oh, what a beautiful moment that would be. Well, Mr. Hamilton, since you have always been on the Federalist side, what does democracy mean to you?
Democracy means to me the ability for citizens of power to not be controlled by others, elect leaders, and make decisions as a country.
Great explanation. What's one thing you wish you had known when you began your career?
That history has its eyes on me, that I was destined to have many of the bestest enemies, and that life has many ups and downs, but I will always be able to write my way out.
Ha, very true. Well, Hamilton, one last question before we wrap this podcast up. Mr. Hamilton, many of our listeners aspire positions in the government. So, what advice would you give to someone wanting to pursue a career similar to yours?
An advice I can give for anyone pursuing a similar career as mine is to be brave, confident, and not let anyone get in the way of your shot.
Well, thank you for joining us today, Mr. Hamilton. It was truly our pleasure.
Thank you for having me. I had an incredible time, and it was truly such an honor to be included in the Schuyler Sister podcast today.
Before we sign off, we would like to thank our listeners for tuning into today's podcast episode. episode. Join us next week, for we will be interviewing Thomas Jefferson. And don't forget
Don't
to
forget to
work!
Work.
work.
Bye!